everyone, welcome back to another Toon Kind at 12 FPS. My name is Magic. Today I'm playing a mystery person, don't worry about it. I am also today here with the good, the lovely, the amazing.
You flatter me too much. I am Oatmeal, Oatmeal, and I will be playing the professor today.
So, Professor, today you are inside of the ellipsis. What you doing?
The professor is trying to enhance or fine tune the ellipsis's scanners and navigation controls. So car stuff.
Alright. Um, I know you've mentioned. I don't know if this was like a behind the scenes thing or an in-game thing, but
hmm
you have mentioned a certain distress signal that can ping on your navigation, correct?
Yeah, yeah. The ellipsis can can uh can pick up distress signals of many kinds.
Hmm. Uh, well, conveniently so, or else this FPS would not happen. You've
Mm-hmm.
gotten a distress signal.
All right. Well, let's see. Uh I think what happens is the ellipsis starts to take off, the machinery starts moving as the professor is like he's got a panel open and he's sitting on the floor working on it. And he's just like, uh okay. So he hauls himself up over the controls and is trying to figure out where she is taking him. Um, because they're definitely in flight right now. And he's just like uh he only gets to do a bit of like messing around at the controls and doesn't really get much out of it. Before with a sort of thud, uh, she has landed.
She has landed. Oh boy.
Um,
Mhm.
and well, um, oh yeah. The professor hits the button on the console to open the view screen, which is kind of just has like a camera view of the outside. And I think on the screen it probably just, correct me if I'm wrong, probably just completely white out.
It is completely white out. You cannot see a single damn thing out of this screen.
Yeah, he is not sure if that's a technical error or or if that's just what's outside, because both are entirely possible.
Do you want to go find out?
Absolutely. The professor is going to well, he's gonna uh squash his hat over his curls and uh, just open the doors and swan out.
Can you roll me a strength to open the doors, please?
Absolutely. Ba, 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 ba. Strength. Oh no, I got a 3.
Professor, you attempt to open the doors, but it feels like something's keeping it shut rather tightly. Like the door doesn't even budge.
Oh boy. Uh, okay. You can't use that. He I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna just sort of like, he surprised at this, he just sort of like presses it and like, okay, no, there's no give, like I wasn't wrong. And he is, I think, essentially going to, uh, he's going to back up and run at it to try and basically like shoulder it open.
Do you want
Um,
to roll another strength?
yes,
This is for some reason highly amusing to me.
please dice.
Please.
Okay, that time it was a 13.
All right, a 13. I think with a 13, you managed to shove this door open a considerable wedge, and you could probably instantly see why you were having trouble A, opening the door, and B, why it was completely white as you get a faithful face full of snow.
Fantastic. Oh boy. Oh. Um, I think with a with the 13, I think his scarf gets stuck in the door as it closes. And he spends the next like 20 seconds just like reeling it out of the door without ripping it until he can just wrap it more times around his neck because yeah, it's cold.
Oh, it is freezing. Uh, Professor, now standing outside of the ellipsis, you can tell this is the middle of a blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more unfortunately, a blizzard in the middle of the night.
Ooh. Mm.
Would you like to roll a perception check?
Yes. Um, I think he before he does that, I think he's going to, I mean, because he can see that it's night, he's going to cast light on his hat. Uh
Yeah.
so he yeah, so he does that. It as not to it doesn't whatever. Yeah, yeah. Light on his hat. Where's my
I believe light can
perception?
come in multiple different colors. What color are you choosing?
Oh, I think I think huh. I think just white.
Hmm.
Um yeah. Okay, perception. All right. 12.
12, 12, 12. With a 12, you don't see much of anything. It is
Mm,
almost a completely white, barren wasteland. Uh,
mm-hmm.
but with a 12, I will give you that there's you can hear like the noise of the storm, the snow now pelting against the ellipsis,
Mm-hmm.
the wind in your ears, but you can also hear something else in the distance.
Mm.
You can't quite make out what it is, but it's a distinctly different noise than everything else going on around you.
Yeah. Um uh well, pretty much he's going to just sort of keep uh I assume it's probably decently windy, so he's
Hmm.
oh yeah, the door. So he's going to keep he's going to put his hands over his hat to like keep it on his head and just sort of like push forward through the snow towards the noise to see what's going on.
Okay. Uh, hmm. Can you roll me in athletics to see how fast you move through the snow?
Absolutely. Aha, athletics. One of my best stats.
I slide the opportunity to use your insane modifier underneath the door.
Woohoo! 17 plus 7
17 plus 7?
is 24.
24. You're very tall. Uh, this snow may go up to about your knees, but that's still only up to about your knees. Uh,
Hmm.
you can pretty easily sort of step through this snow towards the noise. Um, And as you get closer, you you don't you can't really make it out, but it sounds like words, frantic words. The voice is sort of, it's not exactly quiet,
Mhm.
but it's not like they're screaming it to the wind.
Right, right. Hello?
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll with a totally normal modifier. Don't worry about this. Uh, you don't get a response.
Ah, oh no. Oh dear. Um, I think he'll call out once more as he keeps walking forward. Hello?
uh,
Uh,
I
he'll
will
just keep going.
still go off that one. Uh, Whoever it is did not hear you at all.
Mm,
Um,
there.
would you like to give me another perception check?
Yes. Okay. 22.
22. You almost walk right by it, thinking it's another snow lump, but just at the edge of your light vision, you see something that's definitely not a lump of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Professor, would you like to get a better look at this?
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna go right up to it.
Uh, I think walking right up to it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, with your light
Mm-hmm.
casting directly on this person,
Mm-hmm.
um, you can see it is a small, real kind child who is
Mm-hmm.
uh, kneeling in the snow, hands clasped together in a sort of prayer motion.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the source of the noise. Uh, with
Oh.
a 22, you can also see they've probably been out here a while, noting that they have like a definite layer of snow, like basically covering part of their side. And I will
Mm-hmm.
actually post the picture at this point because yeah, we're not that part. Uh,
Uh-huh. Um.
he's got very short, like not short, medium sized curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
And his fingers seem to be turning a concerning shade of white.
Mm-hmm. The professor, seeing that it's a child, uh, drops to his knees immediately and uh, tries to uh, it just sort of like shakes their shoulder a little bit and tries to brush some of the snow off. Are you all right?
Uh, the child stops his prayer. Eyes snapping open to look at you. He's got this really big pair of brilliant green goat eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the chat. And
um.
he is staring at you. God, I don't know how to describe his expression. He's got really big
Mm-hmm.
eyes right now.
Yeah. What are you doing out here?
This kid is still staring at you. Like, hand on the shoulder, you can tell that he is shivering.
Uh-huh.
It's not
All
good,
right.
my dude. He's very cold to the touch.
Yeah, yeah. He's not answering, so the professor is just going to be like, all right. And he's going to like definitely telegraph his movements as he does things, but like he's going to don't worry about the dice sound. I hit it by accident. Um he yeah, yeah, he 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 goes to see goes to get a better look at them, see what condition they're in, check for any. Oh, I think I'm gonna roll medicine because he's going to check for any injuries first before he like moves them.
Mhm.
So let me see. My medicine is okay. That uh okay. 7. Hmm.
7?
Yeah.
7. The kid doesn't seem injured at all, other than
Yeah.
you've seen the concerning state that his hands are in, and now that you're like looking closer at his face, the kid doesn't like usually when you expect someone to be cold, you'd expect them to gain like a rosy tint to their cheeks and those
Mm-hmm.
sort of no. Uh, in fact,
Mm.
this kid is more of a tan, and he seems to be turning a stark white.
Oh dear. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, well, if they don't seem to have like uh, an injury that would prevent this from being a good thing, uh he is going to he is actually he's first he's going to take their he's going to clasp his hands over theirs um and just sort of like rub them a little bit to warm them up as a sort of like friendly gesture before he moves to pick them up.
Uh, Professor, would you like to roll? I suppose this would be an investigation just for this.
Sure. Investigation. That's pretty. Uh, all right. Well, good thing I have the modifier. It is 11.
11. As you sort of like warm up his hands a little bit, the particularly the white parts of his fingertips do have like this really weird texture to them. Like the rest of
Hmm.
it's normal, but just the white parts are very strange to the touch.
Mm,
And this kid is still kind of like, just man, he's just looking at you.
yeah. No, he's gonna say, he says, all right, dear, let's see if we can get you someplace. You shouldn't be out here. Let's see if we can get you someplace warmer, all right? And he's going to pick them up, and I think what he's gonna try to do is like um uh, like try to um like hold them in one arm and sort of like across his chest and try to like pull his coat like over around them as well and just sort of like hold them close so that they could get as much as his body heat as possible.
Huh. God, I hold so soft. Yeah, this kid is very light. Like you're not sure how light a kid this size should be, but
Mm,
he's very light.
mm-hmm,
You can also probably notice as soon as you like pull him fully out of the snow.
mm-hmm,
He isn't wearing shoes,
mm-hmm,
but he seems to have goat hooves.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think with that addition, I think I have to roll probably intelligence.
Roll an intelligence.
Yeah, because that's what I've been doing for connecting dots. Uh, oh no, I got a 5. What, Professor? You idiot.
Oh,
Uh,
Professor, that's loved.
well, anyway, it's a satyr, and that's enough, whatever. Um,
Don't worry about it. Uh,
yeah. But yeah, he's gonna just sort of like he's gonna try to cover them as much as possible, and try to shield them from the wind, and uh, I mean, like, unless there's anything else within sight, he's going to go back the way he came, towards the ellipsis.
uh, do you want to roll a perception?
Yes. Okay. See that plus. Okay, 14. Not as bad.
Uh, 14, 14. Um, there's if what you're looking for is a structure, then the
Mm,
answer is no.
mm-hmm. No, like natural, I don't know, caves or anything either.
Uh, for the sake of it, yes, you do see what seems to be like a natural cave, maybe off in the distance.
Mm. Uh,
No idea how objectively warm it would be though.
yeah. And if it's not like immediately close, if it's not like way closer than the ellipsis, like he's gonna try to book it back to the ellipsis then in that
Mhm.
case,
Yeah,
because central heating.
central heating. Yeah. Uh,
um,
you. I will say, roll another athletics.
yeah, absolutely.
God.
Okay, that is another 14. Go figure.
Uh, it's not quite as graceful as making your way over with the addition of a whole child.
Uh-huh.
But you do manage to make your way back to the ellipsis.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, did you prop the door open in any way?
No.
Can you roll me a strength for opening the door?
Yeah. Oh my freaking 5.
Professor,
This is just a comedy of errors at this point.
the door seems a bit frozen over.
Mm-hmm. Geez. Okay, let me see. What do I uh Oh, duh. Man, I was planning on using this and I forgot. Um, he's gonna cast prestidigitation um
Mood.
on the door, or at least a like part of the door. It's like, yeah, 1 cubic foot tends to be the thing. So like wherever the worst of the ice is, he's gonna cast prestidigitation to uh warm it up, hopefully enough that it's less uh so it's easier to break.
Yeah. Would you like to roll again at advantage?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry for making you do so many rolls.
No, it's okay. There's no dialogue, so yet, or not much. Anyway. Okay, so that was a uh okay. 17, much better.
17. With the door slightly, with the ice on the door slightly melted now, uh, you can open it enough to get you and this entire child inside. Uh,
Hmm. Yeah, he will do that, and he will shut the door. And I think what he's going to do first is cast prestidigitation again um, on. I think I can do this. Let me see. What does it do? I think he could probably do this. To get the Um, 'Cause like the, it's snow. The kid's probably like soaked through. Uh, so he's going to cast so that their like clothes and fur and hair are dry.
Yeah, you can do that. When you do his hair, he kind of sneezes. Uh,
Oh.
by the way, he has not a giant pair, but he does have a little pair of goat ears.
Uh, uh, gosh, so cute. Um,
And
yeah.
he looks up at you. And he says something.
Hmm.
Do you know Sylvan?
I don't.
You have no idea what this kid just said.
Ah, boo.
Oh God.
Ah, uh, boy. Well, um, I think he just sort of like tilts his head at the kid and uh he says, "Sorry, I don't understand."
Uh,
Um,
the kid blinks at you with his big old eyes. Uh, takes a moment. Uh, Sorry, Mr. Spirit.
what for?
God, kid kid looks sheepish. He wasn't speaking the right language.
Oh
God.
my gosh. Well, never mind. And he's going to I think because he doesn't usually keep stuff in the console room. He's gonna go into the uh he's gonna go further into the ellipsis and I think find I think he's gonna head towards the med bay if he can.
Mhm.
Uh yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
This kid does not move from your arms.
Mm-hmm.
You are stuck with a child now. Congratulations.
Yes.
It's God. God. Sorry.
Yay.
Give me a moment. I formulate thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do you want to roll an insight on this child?
Yes. Okay, I got an 11.
11.
I know. These rolls.
Professor! Sorry. No. Okay. Okay. This this child,
Hmm.
this child is still staring at you with those like really really big wide eyes. You know, like you're a
Hmm.
very otherworldly being.
Hmm.
Uh, can't pinpoint exactly like like what the vibe is, but
Hmm. Hmm.
definitely along that vein.
Right, right. Yeah, unfamiliar. Uh, yeah. Um, I think at that, as he's sort of uh gathering things, and I think he gets out like a blanket and probably some towels um uh, and some like heating like sort of packets and um he starts to just sort of like make a nest for the kid like on top of a sort of table or whatever cots in there and he upon seeing the sort of like unfamiliarity the sort of like what's this um he says it's all right,
Hey. I do want to inform you. When you gave the
Huh?
child the heating packet, you turned away and you turned back for 1 second, and it's now in his mouth. He's trying to bite it.
Oh, jeez. Um, uh, I'm gonna roll a D2 to see if it's safe to eat or not. Because alien stuff, you just don't know. Let's see. Let me just roll this. Okay, it's not safe to eat. He is going to take it gently and I think I think what he's gonna do is wrap it in a towel and then give it back. Like, you can put the towel in your mouth. That's okay.
God,
That's acceptable.
the kid just stares at the towel and this heating pad. God.
um, but he says, "Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to try to help you warm up, and then we'll see about returning you to wherever you belong. But let's get you sorted first." And he's gonna, you know, just I think like arrange the uh, blankets around him, make him like some really fluffy blankets, and sort of just like tuck the little um uh the heating packets I'm thinking of are like the ones that you put in the insoles of your like shoes,
Mhm.
sort of a chemical thing. Um, is how they work. And he sort of like tucks them into the blankets so that like hopefully the kid won't eat them, but also they should like help. Uh, and also you don't want it like directly skin to skin contact. That's not
Yeah.
that's actually bad. Um, and he's going to once they're sort of like uh sort of at least somewhat like uh settled in a slightly comfortable um position with some things that should hopefully make them feel a little bit better. He's going to look them over properly.
Mhm. Would you like to roll another medicine?
I would. What is my modifier? Okay. Okay, 16.
16. 16. The physically, well, like he's not visibly injured. Not visibly injured. He's slowly regaining like color from like the white bits that you can still see on his face.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find words because words are hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will say with the 16 medicine, you didn't notice this before, but he has like these tiniest little horns that are starting to peek out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
God. He does seem to he's probably going to have a fever here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you do not know how long he's been out in that snow, but you can
No.
probably guess it may have been very much longer than recommended to be outside in snow.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
God.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
you can also note that he is dressed in more heavy winter outfit. Uh, However, that does nothing when you're sitting out in snow for several hours at a time.
No, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Uh, God, I want to give you more details. Just, what do I give? What do I give? Hmm. Hmm.
Well, the professor will I think draw a small glass of a small glass of just sort of warm-ish water and give it to the kid. And just to like hold on to it to in case they can't in case they don't know how to um like sip it properly or like or they can't because of their hands are cold.
What's the cup made out of?
Uh, it really is just glass.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I think I'm actually just going to roll.
You need sand to make glass. I will say that.
Hmm.
You need sand and I think like ash and stuff.
Yeah. This this child like stares at the glass sort of
Mm-hmm.
strangely. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like glances up at you, glances back down at the glass. Goes
Mm-hmm.
out to reach it very very cautiously. Um,
Mm-hmm.
looks slightly confused when like
Mm-hmm.
putting a hand on the glass. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
puts wiggles his other hand out of the blanket for it. Puts that on the glass as well, and like
Mm-hmm.
tilts his head to like look at it
Uh-huh.
better.
Yeah. Um uh yeah, Professor will hand over the cup and say you should drink it. It'll make you feel better.
The kid looks at you and then drinks out of the cup,
Mm-hmm.
and you do hear like a clacking noise, like he tried to bite onto the side of the glass,
Oh my
and
God.
then looked very confused when nothing happened.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy, baby. Uh, I think the professor just sort of like uh just sort of like furrows his brow a little bit and looks slightly amused but slightly worried, like, okay, if the kid has the jaw strength to actually break it, that would be bad. So he's just gonna watch the he's not gonna leave the kid alone with this glass. He's gonna he's gonna keep a keen eye on the kid
God.
because he doesn't want them, getting a cut in their mouth. That's the last thing they need.
Hmm. God. All this child is telling me right now is that they want to see what type of ice this is, because it's
Oh my
warm and it's weird.
oh my gosh. You're right.
uh,
Oh.
God, I feel like I should roll a strength for this child. I should be rolling with levels of exhaustion because he has been out here for a while. Um,
Mm.
that's a 4.
Ooh.
There's like a there's like another sort of tink tink as like he tries to bite onto the side of the glass, and he looks very confused at it,
Mm-hmm.
and like sort of like looks at it. You probably have to stop him from turning it upside down while there's still a bit of water left in it.
Yeah, yeah, I think I don't know if you wanted me to roll Dex or not, but he's going to just sort of like see that and reach out just sort of like hold the glass in place.
I mean, this kid isn't going to stop you.
Yeah, yeah, he's going to do that. And I think he's going to just sort of like tilt it in a way to sort of like prompt the kid to maybe take another sip. Um and yeah, he says if you're hungry, I can get you something, but I'd like you to drink first.
It's not ice.
No, it's not ice.
What's it then?
It's called glass.
Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Kid looks at it. Uh, looks at
Mm.
it like it holds a million secrets.
Uh-huh.
For taking another drink of
Mm-hmm.
the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I, th-
Uh,
I think he like looks at it one more time before handing it back to you.
mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll take it and like uh put it on the counter somewhere out of reach and
God, out of
uh,
reach.
yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. And uh he's going to um yeah, they're kind of on a cot. So I think he's going to it's kind of like a uh it's like a high cot, like a examination table, so he doesn't really need to like bend down to get to their level. Um but he just sort of, leans close but not too close, just sort of like I don't know. Uh do you want to roll insight?
An insight.
Yeah, just why not? Just for vibe check.
Uh, 10.
10. Um
What? What's the?
Protective. That's it. That's all you get. Protective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um of you specifically.
Oh boy.
Um yeah, yeah, yeah. Not of himself or his stuff, of you. Um but yeah, but he sort of gets close and looks him in the eye and he says, would you like to eat anything?
Uh, the the kid is silent for a moment, like trying to recall something.
Mm-hmm.
Before just, yes, Mr. Spirit, sir. Uh, please.
Of course, of course. Um um he I think yeah, no, he wouldn't have those in there. I think he's going to like pat them on the hand and say, I'll be going just around the corner, uh in the other room, and then I'm going to come back in here with some food, okay? So just sit tight, all right?
All right.
Okay. And he is going to try to be quick, but he is going to duck into a room that is relatively close. Uh, it's maybe a couple rooms down the hall, basically. Um, uh, and um, to, I think, the pantry, and he's going to grab, uh, let's see, um, it's a kid, so he's going to grab, um, how old, approximately, does the kid look? Like within a few years span.
6 or 7.
Okay, okay. Uh, yeah, all right. So, in that
Maybe
case,
5 based off of height. It's pretty short.
mm-hmm. Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, he's going to get, I think, brain. He's going to get, um, he's going to get just some sort of like, finger foods, like, some tiny carrots, and some apple slices, uh, and I don't know, some peanut butter,
Peanut butter.
uh, and eh, and maybe like uh, I don't know, a ham sandwich, like Like he's just gonna throw something together basically like all right, like basic kid stuff and just like something that hopefully the kid can like uh recognize and know whether or not they would eat that, he's not going to bring him like a obscure like fruit from a different planet or anything. Well, actually, it's probably from a different planet, but he's not going to bring him like a dragon fruit or something that looks bizarre. Um,
God, man.
uh, but yeah, he's gonna just sort of grab that and put it on. Uh, well, he thinks about the glass, and he gets uh he gets a ceramic plate. Um, that's slightly better, but also like uh, um and he's going to come back into the room and is the kid still there?
Hold on. I have to roll another wisdom check. Because technically, this kid does want to be on best behavior, because you are a spirit and he could make you angry, and that would not be a great thing. But also,
Oh,
he's slightly sick and very curious about life, and that is a 0. No! The kid
oh,
is not there anymore.
oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Um, Good grief. I think the professor just sort of sighs and says, "Are you still in here? I have the food." To see if they're like hiding. Uh
God, I want to ask about the cabinet space of this room.
Many.
Many,
Mm-hmm.
many.
Much space.
Would you like to roll a perception?
Yes. Oh, good grief. 8.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. This will be a disadvantage. But that's still a 10.
Oh no.
Uh, you have no idea where this child is.
Oh,
Some
good
of their blankets
grief.
have been taken with them. You can notice that.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Uh, he's going to he's going to put the plate on the examination table and um I guess just kind of like survey the room uh and um uh
Do you want to roll an
I
investigation?
um oh, I think I know exactly what he's gonna do. Uh he's go he's going to get on the floor and put his ear to the ground
Uh huh.
and see if he can hear anything.
Huh.
Because this kid has hooves.
Hmm.
If they're going anywhere, he should be able to hear them.
Hmm. Like going anywhere out of the room?
Uh,
Or just in general?
in general, like
This place is
they,
metal. Yeah, that's fair. This place is metal.
yeah, like they can't have gone super far.
Uh, alright, alright. Imagining. Yeah, this will work. There's probably floor cabinets in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Here, slight, like, little, like, tap tap. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like, not periodically, but just occasionally of something,
Yeah, sort of
in the
some.
direction of the cabinets.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. He gets up and goes to uh the row of cabinets and just knocks on the first one and says, Hello? Is anybody in here?
God. Uh, there's they're probably trying to be stealthy. Uh, to like they're definitely in a place they're probably not supposed to be. However, when you're like in the middle of doing something and then you just suddenly stop and it does make a noise.
hmm
There's just a very slight like thud. Uh,
Huh? All right, well, he's not going to draw this out. He's going to go to the specific cabinet. He's narrowed it down by now. Um, and give a little knock first, and say, "Would you like to come out?" And he's going to open the cabinet door.
God. There's a child sitting in the cabinet.
Uh-huh.
They have found some sort of paper. And is currently like holding it like he was trying to read it.
Oh my gosh.
It's it's very debatable if he can read it or not.
Uh-huh.
But uh, looking at you with those like very wide eyes of oh shit I've been caught. Doing something I'm probably not supposed to be doing. Those
hmm
eyes.
Yeah, he just sort of smiles softly and says, um, uh, I see you found the safety data sheets.
What?
The safety data sheets. They tell uh they describe things that are dangerous and tell you how to deal with them.
Oh. This kid looks back at the papers, looks back at you, looks back at the papers.
Uh-huh.
Holds the papers out towards you.
Yeah, he'll take the paper, um, and he just sort of uh holds it and he says, would you like to come out and have a snack?
Uh, yes, sir.
Okay. The food's over here if you like.
Uh,
Is this Oh,
no, I'm sorry.
no, no, no. You were going to say something?
Um, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, dear.
I do have one question. You're not one of those spirits that pretend that this is like an actual house and then I wake up in about 3 hours in the snow, not actually having eaten anything, right? It's
Um,
not one of those spirits, right?
no, this isn't an illusion. This is real.
Okay.
I can see why you would think that though.
God. Like the child in my head is just like doing the little thing of like holding his hands together. Like, God,
hmm Oh boy.
it's just a fucking child. I'm so sorry. This is just child.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he's gonna lead them back to the table, and I think offer to help them back onto it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
table is pretty high up.
Yeah. Um, so he'll do that and sort of rearrange the uh blankets around them to make sure they're nice and snug. And he'll hand them the plate and he says, now I don't know what you like, so I found a few things and you can pick what you like, and if you don't like any of it, you let me know and I'll try to find something more to your tastes.
um, no, it's all right. What's that? He points at the peanut butter.
Oh, that's peanut butter.
Is God, the kid just kind of looks at it confused, and
Uh-huh.
I think he just straight up like tries poking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, poking
I
at
mean,
it. It.
it sticks to his finger.
I'm sorry. Uh, just, just like looks at it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like tastes it. I need to
Mm-hmm.
decide if this kid actually likes peanut butter or not.
Yeah.
It's probably not recommended he likes peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
Think just kind of makes like a slight face at it and decides no. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
does
Mm-hmm.
pick up an apple though and like just crunch. He has crunched an
Nice.
apple. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Good.
Uh, he is going to take one of the apple slices and hand it to you.
Aw. He will take it. And I think he's just sort of gonna lean against the table, just sort of like facing the same way as him, and also eat it.
Yeah. God, I'm very tempted to have you roll another intelligence to connect
Um,
dots.
may I?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Okay. I got a 12.
12. You know, there's something about this kid that seems very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have seen Seeker's Eyes before. They do have those.
He has.
They're around the same shade, and they do have those very strange ridges of silver in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They are still a pair of goat eyes. Um,
Yep. I think he's going to I think he's going to stop for a minute and he's going to bring his hand up and say, now I'm just going to check your temperature. And he holds the back of his fingers up to Seeker's oops uh to the kid's forehead.
uh, all right. Do you want to roll another medicine?
Yeah. What is my modifier? Even though I did it 3 times already. Okay. Oh my God, I got a 3. This is
3.
awful.
The kid is strangely lukewarm. No idea what
All right.
that means.
Ah, well, they're not freezing, so that's probably an improvement. Maybe, hopefully. Um, but he just sort of like he doesn't really get anything from that, so he's just sort of like, huh. Um, and uh, he's gonna lean back again and say, "How are you feeling?"
Um, tired. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
God, I have to decide motions. Um, I miss my mom. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
mm, I'm sorry, Mr. Spirit. I,
What?
I God, it's. I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm a tough kid.
Um, yeah, he chuckles at that a little bit, and uh he says, "You are, but you seem to have been out in the slow in the snow for quite a long time, and uh that that can that can make anyone uh feel not so good."
I got lost.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the I was with the group.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing was helping a ceremony, and the,
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of snow, and I don't know anyone else's.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How would you like it if I helped you to find them?
I Could you?
I could try my best.
God, like this this kid gives you like a very wide gives you like a wide smile.
Mm-hmm.
Cause yeah, Mr. Spirit Man just said it up. Uh, uh,
Aw.
it's Mr. Spirit Man. That's who you are now. Congratulations.
Uh, uh-huh. Uh, gosh.
Um, I I don't know how long I've been gone.
Hmm. Well, I would venture to guess few hours at the very least.
Few hours?
Yes.
I wasn't supposed to be out for more than a few hours.
Well, that's all right. You did get lost. That
God,
that that can't be helped.
I, but Mum's probably worried.
Probably. Are you feeling up to uh going back? You feel do you feel strong enough uh to uh to leave this warm room while we try to find um your mom?
Um, yeah.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna
no,
yeah.
okay, go ahead.
He says I'm gonna let you take some of these uh uh heating things uh with you just like to sort of stick in his winter wear for the time he's not going to let the kid like keep them because obviously that's a bad idea, but like hopefully that should mitigate some of the chill a little bit.
Yeah. Uh, I will say you hand this kid one of the heating packets again. Uh,
Hmm.
what what are these?
um they're chemical heating pads.
What's a chemical?
Hmm. It's it's like an element.
What's an element?
Um, things like basic things that make up the more complicated things in the world, like um, water and air and earth and fire.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized if these things are chemical based, this kid should not be holding them.
Probably.
God.
Yeah, uh,
I feel like
they
I've
are. I will say they're in a the case is like uh probably aluminum or plastic. So like he's not in direct contact with the like active chemicals, but still probably not great.
still probably not great.
Yeah.
Probably still not great. He tried to put one in his mouth.
Mm,
Think think he just kind of like looks at it. Are you sure this isn't magic?
oh, well, it depends on how you look at it, I suppose, but if you cast dispel magic on it, it would still work.
Huh.
It's more like uh well, I mentioned the element fire. It's more like a very, very uh a very, very small form of that uh sort of trapped in this little shape.
Uh, I think this little child satyr kind of like turns it over.
Hmm.
You don't got anywhere to breathe though.
Um, Dang, that's a good point. Uh, um, because technically it needs oxygen to work. Like that's actually true.
We really
Yeah, like
damn.
yeah, it's a chemical rea I think I'm gonna just uh I think I'm just gonna say like part of the uh,
I mean, he probably didn't see it because he has no idea how this thing works.
yeah, there's probably like a small part of the thing that is open to the air. But it might even have like a sort of cap over it. Like it might not be immediately visible.
Yeah,
Sort of like a little vent or something.
yeah.
Um no, but that's right. Fire does need to breathe. And it's not fire, but it is a uh, the point stands. Um, but anyway, I think the professor will maybe just point out the little spot and say like, no, it's got this little spot. Um, and just I guess sort of just leave it at that. I don't know.
God. Yeah, the kid just kind of goes, huh, and just kind of like holds on to it.
Uh-huh.
'Cause, like this child lives in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere, without
Yeah.
technology. He has
Yeah.
no idea what any of this shit is. Uh,
No. Uh, um, um, I think, uh, yeah, he's going to ask, what sort of, what is the land around your, where, hmm, where you would expect your mom to be, what would the land look like? Are there trees? Is there a river? Are there many rocks? So I know how to find it.
uh, this is a mountain, so there's many rocks.
All right.
Um, there there is a river nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And and also the cliff area. Um, I'm not
Mm,
allowed to go over there. Uh,
it's
but
probably for the best.
don't tell my mom I do it anyway. Uh,
Well, be careful.
God. Uh, um, currently it's winter, so the river is a little frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a really big tree near the center of the village.
Mm-hmm.
I like climbing it with the other kids, but sometimes, well, it's not really dangerous, but uh, sometimes the half giant kids can get their aim a little off and miss snowbanks when doing tosses. Um,
Yeah.
God.
Uh,
By the way, what I mean by that is these kids literally climb this tree. They're apparently half giant kids. Uh,
mm-hmm.
who throw other children into snowbanks down below. That is literally what I mean by
Oh,
that.
wow. Jeez. Um, I think the professor just sort of like just looks concerned, like, what? Um, uh, um, and he says, well, uh,
You know, kid stuff.
yeah, right. Um, he says, well, then, if I were you, I would only allow the children with the best aim to throw me. So see if you can figure out who it is.
Hmm. Probably pointed out. Maybe they already have a title with that.
Possibly. But at least that way you'd be in slightly less peril.
I mean, it's not that dangerous.
It could be dangerous if you hit something particularly hard or particularly pointy.
The kid makes like a slight face. Just, why would you hit anything pointy?
It would be an accident, probably.
Probably? Oh, you mean like, hold on. I don't remember the name of hold on.
hmm
It's one of the stories that I read. It's like when you attempt to murder someone and then you make it seem like it wasn't.
um, yeah, he just sort of like chuckles incredulously, and says, well, I'm not accusing the kids in the village of doing that, but that is a sort of similar happenstance. Yes, if there were somebody particularly mean, then they could very well do that. You are right. But hopefully they're not that mean.
I don't think so.
Well, then you're in luck.
Like this kid smiles at you like, yeah. God.
Oh gosh. Um, I think he says, let's see if I can figure out um where where the village is, and then we'll see about getting you back there, all right?
Okay.
Okay. And I think he's going to scoop them up, blankets and all, um, and just sort of stride on down back to the console room. Um, and he's, uh, I mean, kid's pretty small and light. He's basically just like cradling them in one arm as with his free hand he kind of like punches in different inputs into the ellipsis, and
I
there are
will say,
various.
anytime you do a thing, there is a what does that do?
Uh-huh. Oh boy. um Man, uh I think he gives answers, but uh unlike before, uh when he was trying to explain it in simple terms, he's just using the most like techno jargony word that he has for it, and just moving on to the next thing so that hopefully the kid just get distracted by the next glowy noisy thing and not actually ask what uh the transverse oscillator does, you know.
I'm gonna say, it probably works.
Okay, good. um but yeah, there are various clicks and beeps and boops, uh and he's basically entering in the information to the ellipsis, like, okay, there is a river, there's a big tree, there's a cliff, the whole thing's on a mountain, so that she can maybe get a sort of uh, uh, almost, what is it, topological, uh, the one where it's like different levels of things,
Mhm.
or even like a sonar type deal, just some sort of basic scan of the area, and just sort of like, oh, okay, I recognize this shape, that's probably where it is, so that he can at least have a direction to, like, aim at.
Huh.
If you'd like me to roll, I might just roll a d20 and see how close um she like how well she's able to pinpoint it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. 15. That's probably pretty good.
Pretty good. Um, if this is a topological, I think that's the word, like
Mm-hmm.
sort of map, you can find a place, with what seems to be fairly large tree, small scattering of other trees,
Mm.
a river, um, the start of a peak on one side, but like the area is mostly this more, I wouldn't say plains, but it's more of a flat area,
Mm-hmm.
um, with a steep cliff on one of the sides. Um, and I will say, there are some like markers that seem to be building shaped.
Nice. All right. I think I found it. Um, Now let's see. Should he try? Eh, that could be difficult. He could try to make a short hop with the ellipsis to get there, but that is risky because that frequently goes wrong. Um,
Mhm.
so depending on how close it is, he might just try to trek over there. Um,
We'll say
about
you're probably a few miles out.
ooh, yeah, in that case, he's gonna risk a short hop because, like, he could probably, like, take that, but he's not sure that the kid could.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll another uh d20 and see how close she lands. Um, 18. Okay, thank goodness.
18. Uh, all right.
So the ship does make all sorts of noises and whooshing sounds and sort of grinding sounds that don't seem to come from anywhere in particular. And there's a bright light in the middle of the console. Not super bright, but just kind of like, ooh, very glowy.
Hmm.
Um, and um, and then it stops.
God, with an 18, I'm trying to decide where exactly you land, because I'd imagine it'd probably be close to your desired destination,
Hmm
but probably not like right on top of it. Like the nat
Ye
20 answer is you appear in the house. That
oh,
was the nat 20 answer.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Cause
Maybe
no,
maybe like uh maybe like outside the
yeah,
village or like, slightly down the hill or something.
yeah. All right. Uh,
Within view, within view.
within view. Sadly it is still blizzarding though.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Uh,
All right.
all right. Uh, would you like to attempt to exit the ellipsis?
Absolutely.
I will say your outside screen still
Hmm
white. It's still covered in snow.
Fantastic. All right. Here we go. Strength. 8.
8. Uh, you still have trouble getting the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
um,
does your doors
uh,
get stuck that often?
no, I think it's the wind pushing it shut.
Oh,
Um, and I think uh he's going to put Seeker down for a second.
Shaker. What?
Kid, put the kid down uh for a second and uh just he's gonna put them down just sort of like a little ways away from the door uh, and just sort of indicate with a finger like please stay here, and he's going to just kind of try to shoulder the door open again.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
so sorry for
seriously?
making you
A
roll all these
10?
strengths because this is just funny.
Yeah, 11.
Uh, 11. I will say that is above an average.
Hmm
You do manage to get the door open, but once again, you get a face full of snow as well.
Fantastic. All right, he's going to push it open enough that they can get out and make sure his scarf is wound more tightly this time. What?
Yeah.
I'm in the what now?
You're in the nuts. You're in the nuts and bolts gallery rather than the
Oh,
roll zone.
oops. Oops. My bad.
It's
Um
alright.
uh what was I saying? Yeah, push it open to get the door and he's not going to prop it open. Uh but he is going to uh, oh, yeah, to hold it against the wind. I think he's going to like keep his foot against it, and just sort of like stand in the doorway and gesture for the kid to come over.
Alright. Yep. The child makes. There is definitely a noise of hooves against metal as this kid
Mm-hmm.
walks. Because man, sure do have hooves.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh,
he does
and
walk over to you.
yeah, he's gonna scoop him up again and uh exit the ellipsis, close the door, uh, and just start trekking towards the village.
I will say, with your 18, you make a few steps out before you realize you're in the middle of some sort of garden.
Oh,
You have landed literally in someone's garden.
uh, uh, I think he's going to try to angle himself towards the nearest edge of that. That's in the direction of the. rest of it, you know, just like try to get out of that because that's not
Yeah.
great. Um, but he will just keep going.
Uh, yeah, I won't have you roll a perception or anything. But against your guess is it's maybe midnight, slightly after midnight. At
Hmm.
this point, it's still very dark out here. But with I can totally words.
Mm.
How long does light last for?
Oh, uh, an hour?
An hour. Yeah, I'll say your light's fine.
Hmm.
Uh, you you can sort of survey the area and you can manage to meander your way to the middle of town where the giant tree is. You can tell this is where the giant tree is. This tree is fucking tall.
Nice, good.
Like it's it's one of those like really old evergreens.
Ah, nice.
And nobody seems to be out for good reason because this is still technically the middle of a blizzard.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think uh he's going to turn to the kid and say, which direction from here?
Uh, that way. And the kid points off in a direction.
Yep, he will go that way.
All right. Uh, and I will say, you. I'm going to roll a survival for this child. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you can also roll a survival if you'd like,
Sure, sure, sure.
because I have a feeling I know what this kid's gonna get, and it's not gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got an 11, so.
Uh, 8.
Mm.
Uh, Professor, you're 90% sure that you guys went around in at least one circle
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
before you do end up in front of a house.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really big, but it's the one thing you can notice, it has a really tall door.
Hmm. Interesting. Um, uh,
I will say, just for sake of convenience, the kid
yeah.
does kind of like brighten up at the sight of it and like try to wiggle out of your grasp to like probably run up to the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's going to get them pretty close just so they don't have to trudge through, you know, feet of snow. And put them down as close to the door as possible.
Mhm.
Um, and say, all right, so this is it.
Oh, did you not want to come inside?
I mean, if you'd like.
Um, uh, I think the kid like looks at you, like looks at the door. Uh,
He says, I wouldn't want to intrude.
um, I'd have to invite you inside first.
Hmm.
Mum says it's proper. Do you want to come inside?
Sure.
And the kid walks over to the door. It he has to like jump a little in order to actually reach like the handle on this door to
Mm-hmm.
open it because he's short.
Uh-huh.
But the door opens with surprising ease
Hmm.
and sort of like waves you inside.
Hmm. All right, he will go inside.
Uh,
Uh,
it's it's dark in here.
hmm I should probably roll perception.
Yeah, hero perception.
All right. Okay. 17.
17. What you looking for?
Um, I think he's just parsing out, well, he's specifically looking to see if there are any people in here, but also just sort of getting a lay of the land, like what are the features of the house? Is there any furniture? What's the deal?
This is a fairly small house. Uh, Relatively speaking, in like floor space.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like you can walk like there is no divide between like kitchen, living room, probably where the dining room is either.
Mm-hmm.
There's no divide between these rooms. It's a very small mountain cabin, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably there's one door you can see in this house that probably leads to like a bedroom, but not much more, not much less.
Mm-hmm.
Though you can notice with your 17, things are definitely made for someone that is very much taller than this small satyr child. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like when I say taller, I mean taller,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe taller than you.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Um, uh, I think he just kind of like looks around and asks, is your mom half giant?
Um, no, she's just tall.
Oh,
I don't think she's half giant.
all right.
That mean I'm quarter giant? Do you think I'll grow up to be really big?
I don't know, maybe. Can I roll intelligence again, please?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Because gosh darn it, if I don't.
Please, please connect dots.
Okay, I got a 17.
I think a 17 will do it.
Okay.
Uh, there. This is a very short child.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even short for his age. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
who has very similar green eyes. And has asked you questions basically the entire time that he had like the mind for it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in a maybe sort of familiar, pressing way as another certain real kind satyr you've met before. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
God,
And he things that happen in his life remind him of stories. That's also a feature.
yeah. Uh, God. And has notably not asked for your name, like at all. Has just
Yeah.
jumped directly to calling you Mr. Spiritzer and has not introduced himself.
Yeah. Um uh oh, for some reason my message didn't send. So let's see if I in the just roll zone. Oh, okay, it's not loading. There might be something up with my internet. Let's hope I can stay on the call.
Oh no.
But he geez, how does he I think he just sort of goes quiet um for a minute. Um just sort of processing this. Um and oh boy. Uh I think uh uh no, I don't think he's gonna like immediately do anything. I think he's just going to ask he's going to ask the kid, so is your mom here?
Um, this kid will look around in this very, very dark room. Uh, I don't know. I mean,
Mm,
hold on. Where do we keep the matches? And this kid will uh go to one of the cabinets and like look inside of it.
mhm,
Kind of has to like stretch a little bit to see some of the like the more shallow cabinets that are like the drawers that are
uh-huh,
at the top. Uh,
yeah.
before going reaching into one and pulling out a thing of matches, and then going to
Mm,
find like a candle with one of those like little handhold things
uh-huh,
to light the candle because it's dark in here. Uh,
mhm.
and this kid still wrapped up in blankets.
Yep,
Sort of like trudges off into the house to like look around to see if his mother
uh-huh,
is here. I
uh-huh,
will say with your
yeah.
with the perception you rolled earlier, you can notice that it did look like someone had left recently. Uh,
Oh, hmm. Well, he's going to, I think, uh, follow the kid and, say, if she isn't here, um, are you are you safe staying here until she returns?
um, yeah, I should be fine.
You won't go outside?
It's cold out there.
Yes. Um, hmm.
Uh,
Where do you usually rest? Would you like me to tuck you in? It is very late.
um, sure. And the little baby tiny child,
Mm-hmm.
who is most definitely Seeker,
Yep.
sort of goes over to that one door and like opens it, and it leads to like a very small hallway. Like this hallway
Mm-hmm.
is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Walks past the first door, walks past the second door, and and opens the door at the end of the hall. That's slightly smaller in size,
Mm-hmm.
more low to the ground, and more easier for a child to actually like handle the door. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it opens to a very small, a little bit looking bedroom.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's it's not it's not plain as in like he doesn't have anything. It's just a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the things are also wooden in this more
Mm-hmm.
wooden structure, so they kind of all blend together.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I will note you haven't really seen anything metal in here.
Mm-hmm.
Not like obviously so.
Yeah, yeah. Um, hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
did you did you want your heat crystals back?
Yes, yes, please.
All right. He takes the little heat crystals and hands them back to you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he'll just pocket those. You may keep the blankets, though.
They're really soft.
They are.
Uh,
And thankfully they are pretty normal uh uh blankets.
pretty normal blankets.
Yeah, they're not heated or anything, you know. They're just
Just blankets.
honestly one of them's probably like wool.
Oh, God. Uh,
But yeah.
this kid looks back up to you. Thank you, Mr. Spirit Sir, for watching over me and helping me with with everything. Um,
Certainly, dear. You were in trouble.
I think he gives you like a very soft smile. Just God,
Hmm.
little closed eyes smile. Oh wait, hold on, and
Hmm.
goes over to one of his shelves and takes off a little trinket. Uh, Walks back over and like hands it to you.
Hmm.
Um, I know it's not a lot, but here, take it.
Oh, thank you.
Uh, yeah. Just,
What is it?
it's you can see it's a small little carving of
Mm.
what seems to be a a horned figure
Mm.
wearing a mask. Not many other defining features on this figure.
Hmm. Mm.
Um, it's it's another spirit like you, but I don't know. I think it's cool, so
Hmm.
I want you to have it.
Thank you. You'll be all right. You won't get in trouble for giving it away.
Um, no, I I have others.
Okay. Then thank you very much.
God, this kid just gives you like another smile. Slightly sleepier this time, cause God,
Yeah.
it's like 1 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, let's get you to bed then, all right?
Okay. Um,
Uh, yes.
no, no, go
Uh,
ahead.
okay, yeah. I mean, he's just going to um uh, I mean, honestly, probably pick the kid up and just kind of swing them over to their bed and pull the covers back and put them down, make sure they're all settled and comfortable. Uh, put on the probably the softest blanket first, and then the the regular bedding, and then the heavier blanket on top, and just make sure he's comfortable.
Yeah. Uh, this kid just like looks at back up at you and goes, thank you.
You're welcome. Have
Uh,
a good night, dear.
you too.
Thank you.
God.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm going to go then. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Uh, don't die. Um,
You too.
uh, God, I think the kid thinks for a moment,
Uh-huh.
cause I need to think for a moment.
Yeah.
Um, may your life always be interesting.
I'm sure it will be. Thank you.
Kid gives you a very little soft smile. Like, yes, he did a good.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. He is going to he is going to leave uh he's going to leave them in there then. And just make sure all the doors are shut the way they were when he came in. Um
Mhm.
and if if nothing else happens there at the front of the house, he's going to make the trek back to the ellipsis.
I will say we have been going on for an hour and 45 minutes basically.
Yeah.
So I will not have any other events happen.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm
Yeah.
so
You
sorry.
It's okay. This has been fantastic.
God.
Um, but yeah, he goes back to the ellipsis and probably uh basically the he aims her back towards the time and place where he was before,
Hmm.
and the fact that that she actually goes there means essentially that he has completed what he was needed for.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, she'd throw a whole tantrum if there was something else he needed to
Oh no.
do.
No, that was all you were needed for. Uh,
Yep.
Congratulations, you succeeded on the emergency mission. Bring a child home from a blizzard.
Uh-huh. Ah. Baby. Ah. Gosh.
But yeah, that is all I had
Oh
for you today.
boy, howdy. I love it. This has been so cute. Okay, all right. For the sake of the recording, let's uh, thank you to our viewers, present and future. Uh, this has been wonderful. Thank you for listening. Thank you for playing with me, Magic.
Yeah, it was
Um,
really fun.
yeah. And we will see you all next time.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.